Episode 70. Are you ready? No! You are ready.
I can't do that.
I'm not gonna lie. It's still Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm still under the weather, so I can't. Unfortunately, being the wrestling episode, I will not be able to do any Vince voices without hacking along for 5 minutes straight. So,
but it's a hand. Damn it!
Can't even laugh.
Yeah, we can't pretend this week, and no kayfabe here. It is Wednesday and not Sunday, but you are listening to this on Sunday because that's when it's going to come out.
Yeah.
So, sorry, peeps.
Suck it.
What's that?
Suck it.
And if they're not down with that,
I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
just listen.
Suck it.
Thank you all for listening to episode
69.
Getting the Poll 3. It's our third edition of that wonderful trifecta of a series. Getting the Poll 3, Bear's Revenge. If you remember the original Getting the Poll, Jeff Gordon's Journey to the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. Getting the Poll 2, Turning the Page, Paige. And Getting the Poll 3, Bear's Revenge.
Boom. And that will be the last Getting the Poll ever, by the way.
Yes, it is.
It's done.
That's it.
It's not like...
What about if we get to episode 169?
It's not going to be like Freddy vs. Jason, bro. We just can't keep coming out with stupid titles.
No, we can keep coming, that's for sure.
Well...
Yeah. And by the way,
Sassafras.
in the background, you can already hear the match we're watching because Bear has never seen this.
I have not seen this.
And this is 3 weeks after WrestleMania 23.
Okay.
Where Cena beat Shawn Michaels. So they're about to have an epic 50-minute match, near 50-minute match on Raw, non-title match. This match is just absolutely insane. Outdid the WrestleMania match. This takes place in London, England. Took place on April 23rd, 2007. So we're starting it now.
Still not Thugonomics John Cena, though, like at WrestleMania.
No, which was
the
awesome.
Greatest thing ever.
Yes. So, thank you to Brandon at All Work Clothing, the official and primary sponsor of Over the Line Sports Podcast. By the way, we're going to have our merch. Hopefully, I'm going to tell them probably sometime later this month. Hopefully, we get it May or June, but we're going to definitely have it for July for episode 100. Plugging it again. The Pod Beats, Patty Boggs.
Boom, shaka-laka-laka.
Boom. All right, so Crandall Squatty Lawn Care. Sean, 419-704-5471. We got the Google Maps up. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area. And not... Oh, sorry, I should
No, that was it. No, you're good. Right
go
there.
Here?
Yep, right there.
All right.
China. Indochina.
Dude, you got it right. We're going to go with that. Shanghai, China.
All right, right on Shanghai.
Shanghai.
That was close to Yan Chain, but I don't know where that is, so we
Yank
went Shanghai. yank the chain.
Yank the chain.
Oh, Shanghai, China.
So no Shanghai, China.
So are you saying that
China.
Are you saying I just got inside China there?
I love it.
Are you saying I just got inside China? Yes or no?
That's the damn name of the episode. Inside China.
Episode 60 or 70, excuse me. I got inside China.
That's a little deep. We'll have to discuss after the show.
It was, I mean, one of the best signs ever, like back in the Attitude Era, was I'd rather be in China.
Should we just call it Stat Guy?
No.
Inside China. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you to Tim and Stephanie at Verizon, Cassandra at PNC.
Hold on a second. I'm going to stop you there.
Go.
So the other day, I think it was Monday.
Is that Kyoto again?
Dude, Kyoto's and everything.
Dude, Jesus.
So Monday, I was texting with Jason, and remember how Sunday we were talking on WrestleMania? He wouldn't answer my text. I was like, what the hell? So I text him again. I got nothing. So he calls me Monday morning at work. I was like, what's up, dude? He's like, dude, I thought you were dead. What do you mean you thought I was dead? Well, you haven't texted me back in like 3 days. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? I said, I've literally been texting you back like this entire time. I said, you weren't texting me back. So I sent him a screenshot over email of all the texts and everything, and he goes, huh. So he calls me back like 5 hours later and goes, you know what? And jokingly, he goes, I talked with Stephanie at Verizon. And it took me a second. Because I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, I see what you did there, you son of a bitch. And he got his phone fixed, so now we can text again. And I told him, I said, it's probably your phone, your fault. And guess what it was?
His phone, his fault.
His phone, his fault. He said when his iPhone updated, it did not, his text, something was wrong with it. It went, because iPhones, you send iMessages, really.
Right.
But it was sending text messages over. It was really weird. So he had to get that fixed. So I was like, yeah. I'm like, I've been texting you. I said, why aren't you talking about the Hall of Fame or anything? It's crazy.
The Hall of Fame. And
we'll get there. I'm just saying because I was just like, whatever. And sorry I interrupted. So
I have to have it's fantastic. And then thank you to
making me laugh.
Gosh, I forgot Ben Meyer, Yark Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Yark Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Are you ready?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So moving on. All Elite Wrestling. So I sent you the message. Mr. Jericho took a jab at Conor McGregor. Do you still happen to have that?
That message?
Yes.
I should. Did you text that?
Yeah, I believe so. So while you're looking for that, I'm going to talk a little bit about Dean Ambrose.
I got it.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So McGregor tweeted out, one of these is a WCW belt. Both belts must be won under the same organization, and both titles must be fully unified also. Interim titles do not make the cut. And Jericho tweeted him back, quote tweeted him, thanks for the explanation of the rules, champ. But both belts were won under the same organization on the same night. Now quit being a mark and move along, Junior. So that's solid right there.
I love Jericho so much. Damn Cheez-Its are good. Extra toasty. I just want to mention Dean Ambrose has been offered a ridiculous deal to join AEW. I don't know how much it is. He is gone. There's no storyline, no nothing. He's out. He's gone. But the thing here is, he's being offered money. Guess how much? I do have the money. I lied. Guess how much, according to Slice Wrestling, what they're offering Dean Ambrose?
Per year?
Yep.
And you say it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. $1.2 million.
6.
Jeez, $6 million?
Yes.
Holy shit.
That's more than Rollins and Reigns earn in WWE.
Wow.
Absolutely insane. If he says no, he's a moron.
Yeah.
Did you happen to watch NXT TakeOver?
I did not, no.
So, there that took place on Friday at the Barclays Center. And there were 8 matches here. So there were 2 big matches on the night, but and actually everything was really good. So the Street Profits, who are Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, beat Fabian Aichner and Marcel Barthel in a tag match. Jackson Riker beat Danny Burch, which we didn't see it. Candice LeRae beat Aaliyah, didn't see it. War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe beat Aleister Black and Ricochet. Really, really good match. 21-minute tag match. Our buddy, which, a lot of people said Riddle looked good, but it was Velveteen Dream against Matt Riddle. I think I overhyped it for myself. So it was okay. Riddle looked all right. But, I'm waiting for Dream. I thought Dream would get called up this week. Obviously, we know he did not.
Did not, yep.
Walter beat Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship, which he had it for like 600 days.
I know. I felt like he had
Something
it for a
crazy.
while. Which means he'll be up eventually. Here soon.
Yep. Shayna Baszler, she beat Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kairi Sane. She won by submission to keep her
right.
NXT Women's Championship. And then Johnny Gargano beat Adam Cole. Awesome match. Two out of 3 falls. As we know, Tommaso Ciampa had to give up the title because of his neck injury. He came out also and held up his arm. And then Candice LeRae is married. Is it Candice LeRae's married to Johnny Gargano? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
she posed with him with the belt, I think, a few times.
Yes, and he's billed from Cleveland, and he's from Cleveland.
Good.
Born in Cleveland, 31 years old. which is funny because I'm like, I'm older than him. But when you look at him on TV, you're like, man, these guys are older than me. And then you forget, like, no.
Yeah.
You still want to be a kid, but
Yep.
you can't be. Can't be kid. So let's move into Saturday night.
Well, you can be a kid.
I could be. Saturday night. Let's talk about the Hall of Fame.
Grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Yay.
Yeah, nothing happened, right? At the Hall of Fame? Nothing crazy? No one got tackled?
No, and we'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about some of the people that got inducted. And you watched the whole thing.
Well, right? I didn't. I thought it started at 8, not 7.
Right.
So at 7:30 when I got a text saying, "Are you watching the Hall of Fame?" I was like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah. Did you see Honky Tonk get inducted? Looks pretty damn good.
Right at the end is when I saw the end of his speech,
and he sang "Honky Tonk Man."
Yes. And
they said he can't play guitar. He's like, dress up like this, come like this, and give you a guitar. He's like, I can't play it. He's like, even better. When he came up, he was inducted by Jimmy Hart, which is awesome. Your girl, Tori,
just smoking hot,
looking good as ever.
Yes, very good.
Yes, inducted by Stacy Keibler, who I also love.
Yummy
legs.
Yummy.
Brutus, the fucking barber beefcake. Ed Leslie, inducted by Hulk Hogan.
He looked nice and fat. Brutus, not Hogan. Hogan looked good.
Yeah, big and
beefcake
fat.
looked fat, like he had too many beefcakes, or cakes, or beef, or beef with cakes, or beef as dinner and then cakes as dessert.
Did you know? Because they give Legacy, the Legacy.
I gave like 1,000 of those.
Yeah. You probably didn't know. Did you know that Luna Vachon was one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you did know.
I watched that. I mean, I saw, like I said, I saw the rest of it.
I
had the Hall of Fame on the big TV and the Final Four on the small TV. That's how much I didn't care about the Final Four.
So the Warrior Award went to Sue, who everybody talks about.
Yep. Stu Atchison,
yeah, and who everybody loves and speaks very highly of her. And so
she runs. I didn't know that she ran the Make-A-Wish for WWE. So she's the one that got Cena involved in.
Yes, and he's got
664.
Oh, jeez, man. That's crazy.
Just holding the record by a landslide.
So let's go to the back end of this. So the Hart Foundation got in, and here's where things kind of took a turn. Bret Hart up there, and you can only feel for the guy. I was not home, but I was a mile from my home, and I literally get in my truck, and I start leaving, and you guys are texting me, holy shit, Bret Hart just got tackled. I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. And so I had to pull it up on my phone from the mile I'm away from my house to get it on the network, $9.99, and or $10.66 after tax. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what? And I pull it up right at the end. Everybody's in the ring. You guys kind of tell me what's going on. I rewound and saw that you could see Shane's head pop up after this guy. Now, I don't think he meant any harm because he just pulled him down. But still, you have to be a moron. And he said, I thought it was the right time. Idiot. So he pulls him down, which also pulled down Natalya.
Yep.
We saw Shane's head, and then it cut to black, and then it goes towards the crowd. But you and I were going back and forth finding videos on Twitter, and then we found a few good ones.
And finally it started coming out.
Right. And first person in the ring was Shane. Shane gets a quick punch in, and he would not have been the first person if there wasn't a podium in the way of Travis Brown.
Yeah, that's someone that you don't want to see
the last person in that fucking building you want to hit you.
He is 6'7", 280. He probably walks around at 280. I mean, he's a heavyweight, so he really has to be at 265, but I guarantee he don't walk around lighter than that. So, yeah, and he got in a bunch of shots. He was hammering fucking bombs. And the one guy in there who is, I mean, and don't get me wrong, all these guys now, like I was telling you, they all train MMA. They all do boxing. They all do that now. Back in the day, they didn't. A lot of these guys were still badasses. Some of them weren't. Some of them were still wrestling. But the one guy to fucking come in there, Travis Brown, who literally is in the UFC and who's whooped the shit out of some big dudes, yeah, it's not one of the guys you want to see in there. And then after everyone got on top of him, you saw Davey Boy Jr. come in, land a couple shots.
And Big E was the third person in there, by the way.
Big E and Xavier were right there.
Yeah. And Kofi had his kids, so Kofi, he got in there too after his kids.
Make sure they were safe first.
Right.
But, yeah, and then as he finally got escorted and as he got out, old Dash Wilder.
Dude,
just
that uppercut. I said,
beautiful.
Dude, you got to see this uppercut. Insane.
Beautiful uppercut. And the pathetic part of it is he's probably going to get sued for that because he was technically defenseless and it was a undeemed shot. Which, if this was, the mid-90s, that dude'd probably be dead in the locker room. But it's not. Unfortunately, we're in a fairy era. So he'll probably get sued for that. And I'm sure...
I don't think he will, because I don't think they're going to press charges on him. He's getting charges pressed on him.
Well, yeah, because, that's trespassing, and technically that could be, like, assault.
And then, yeah, agreed. But, I'm glad Brett's okay. Everybody ended up fine.
Yeah.
And they continued. And, who was in there and said, don't pay any attention to that man. Let's move on. Oh, God, who the hell was that?
I don't know. Heath Slater was one of the ones who was in there pretty quick too.
He was pissed.
But yeah, I can't remember who it was. I know when they did DX later though, that's what they said. Said no one's gonna come jump into this ring with us.
Well, so Hart did have to go to the hospital just to get checked up. He had some problems with his hip replacement, so he wanted to make sure he was all right. And then he was pictured with the Revival the next day.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
But I can't tell you. Drake Maverick, by the way, was the one that was just like pissed off.
Okay.
So it has who was in there. In the immediate aftermath, several wrestlers, including Davey Boy Jr., Dash Wilder, Braun Strowman, Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, which we didn't really see him much, but he was in there. Big Show I saw on the outside. Shane, Big E, and Drake Maverick, as well as MMA fighter Travis Brown. Oh, my God. And I have the most respect, all of them, for jumping in, but Travis Brown the most, because you and I talked about this. He's new to this, but he didn't take any time, and he was in the ring.
Yeah, no, Ronda has been in the WWE. It's a year now, but a little bit less than a year. And, he's been around. He's been at shows. I'm sure he's been in the back meeting everybody. But, dude, less than a year to get in there and do... obviously, Shane has known Brett his entire life, pretty much. A lot of these guys, big Hart fans, have come up with him, family. So they're in there right away. Big E and Xavier, they're just good dudes. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, Travis Brown, a guy who doesn't know anyone, just reacted. He saw someone who, pretty much now is family more or less because of, Ronda being in the WWE and, Bret Hart, I think, besides Piper, her and Bret Hart was a big inspiration to her.
Right.
So he's probably met him a couple times. But just to get in there and protect him like that, and then just start throwing bows on this dude. All the respect in the world for that. No doubt about it.
And then up to this point, the next group up to this point had the greatest speech, Harlem Heat. I thought they did a great job with their speech. Mm-hmm. It was really good, heartfelt. The brothers, and they threw out, which I didn't know. They're like, we got to give a lot of credit to the guy who told, the guys in WCW, this is your best tag team. What are you doing? And they
Hogan.
said Hulk Hogan.
Surprising.
Right. I was surprised, and I thought that was huge. And speaking of Hogan, he genuinely apologized to Big E, who put it on Twitter, which is awesome. And I think it just goes to show he's not a racist. He was all about Harlem Heat back in the day. People say things that they shouldn't. I think we all do. But I was happy to see that Hogan genuinely went to him and apologized himself.
That's good. That's what you have to do. Yeah, shit's out there. He was all fucked up. We know that. But yeah, there are certain things you can and cannot say anymore. If it was 10 years ago, no one would have batted an eye because it's now just how it is, and everyone takes everything out of context. So be it. And
we got to say 10-time tag champs, which you didn't realize.
I did not know that.
Harlem Heat.
Did not realize they won the tag belt so many times.
Robert, Booker, Huffman, and Lash, Stevie Ray. Mm-hmm. Huffman as well. Stevie Ray, I didn't know until he said it in the Hall of Fame speech that he got his name from Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. I was like, that's pretty awesome. I didn't know that.
Very interesting to get your wrestling name from, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was quite entertaining, actually.
It is quite entertaining. I know none of us saw that coming. Now, next, DX, which probably was the greatest Hall of Fame speech of all time.
For a lot of different reasons.
For several reasons.
One, just them making fun of Billy about AEW. Fantastic.
When Triple H said he'll buy that pissant company just so he can fire you again.
Yep.
And then he says, Billy, because you're all in, and they got him again. Oh, gosh, that was so fantastic. And they paid a lot of tribute to Chyna, Joni.
Yep. It was very good.
I thought that was good. He pointed out Triple H pointed out her sister. They all gave some heartfelt stuff, which was good. It was nice to hear about Road Dogg sobriety, which we all make fun of him because of his weight, but we know that because he's sober.
Yep.
X-Pac, he said he should be dead, and he's got a good relationship with his kids now, which is awesome. You had Billy, who he almost broke too because he thanked his wife, and that was important to him. And his kids were there. You made fun of the one because he also had
the stupid man bun.
Yeah, the man bun. But the other kid, I was like, he looks like he could be a wrestler. He's got the look.
He was big.
And then you had Michaels. He's like, I'd like to thank. Well, my family's not here.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think knowing him and how he is a born again, he probably didn't want them there because it's DX.
Yeah, and he's already been inducted. This is the second time.
Yeah, and he said, this is just my second time. It's no big deal.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then Triple H, his was also his serious. He talked to his kids, and I love you more than you love me. Mm-hmm. And then he talked about Stephanie. He just said forever. And he says
forever.
What did he call him? God Pop, since he can't say Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And then
Vince McMahon?
Yeah.
Can't say Vince McMahon.
You can't.
Wait, we can't say Vince McMahon?
Like, what about what I like to call him? Kennedy.
No.
No. Nothing. No Vincent, no Kennedy, no McMahon. And he says he has a stationery that says Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And on it says, do not thank Vince Kennedy McMahon. Signed, Vince McMahon. And it was really good. They had the Super Soaker with Billy. He says, at our age, it just no matter how much you pump it, it just dribbles off the tip.
It just happens sometimes.
Yeah,
that was funny.
So great. And then they said when Xbox, he thanked Razor, Scott Hall, and then Razor did the whole thing to the heart and the kiss, and then he said, "Big Kev, where's Kev?" He's like, "Oh, he's not going to stand up. Those knees hurting, aren't they?" And then he stands right up. And it was great. And they did, of course, the Too Sweet. And then you heard my favorite part. It was all good. I watched it again. It's like 35 minutes. Was when the stupid crowd did the Too Sweet, whoop, whoop, and Triple H is. I hate that.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I'm so happy.
He's like, what we did was cool. You guys ruined it.
Yeah, I'm so happy he said that because a lot of the crowd's chants are just horrendous.
Yes.
So
and
bad.
Then I think my favorite spot of the night though was when they had to put on the glasses.
right off the bat.
Triple H puts on the googly eyes, and then Sean puts on the
big
nose.
Yeah.
He's like, he puts it on. This is a bit redundant, isn't it? And he's like, it's because he's got a big freaking nose. Oh my gosh, that whole Hall of Fame speech was just fantastic.
And of course, too, they said, let's see if anyone tries to, what they said?
No, right when Road Dogg came in, let's see if anyone tries to run in on DX.
Yeah.
Or one of you crazy sons of bitches tries to run in on DX.
And I like how they came in the Army car, too. That was awesome.
Yeah, because at first I was like, where the hell's Billy? Oh, they must have kicked him out. And you guys are like, or Brandon said, what? And I'm like, oh, never mind. There he is. I didn't see him. But overall, was DX a good choice? Now.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Chyna should go in by herself?
Yeah, I think she will. Eventually. Next year, maybe.
But this was a good start.
I think it was a reactionary sort of thing to see.
It was a good start. And I think...
And her sister was there. Triple H, called her sister out, so that was cool. So I would think that, yeah, I bet she'll go in next year.
I love that they kept all the crowd. Thank you, Chyna. The guys just stopped. They didn't talk. And they all thanked her, too, which was great.
Everyone did. Mm-hmm.
Now... Let's go into the 7.5 hour thing that was WrestleMania.
God, I felt like it took forever.
And I got over to your house at 7 after the pre-show, and I was watching the pre-show on the way over to pick up some artwork I had done, and then I didn't see the last couple of matches on the pre-show. But you were nice enough to inform me what the hell was going on.
Yep.
Because you guys kept saying stuff, I'm like, tell me what's happening, because I didn't have any idea. So on the pre-show, and we'll get to the records here in a little bit, because I have it, but so Tony Nese beat Buddy Murphy to get the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yep.
Carmella won the Women's Battle Royal, which I took Lacey Evans, which was one of my 4 losses here. She didn't enter, but of course, on Monday Night Raw, she makes an appearance.
Yes.
Punches Becky square in the jaw, and then she did it again on SmackDown. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder beat the Revival. We called this, all of us did, the pod guys at least, and we said they'll win and they might lose the next night. They didn't. They still won again against the Revival. And I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh, Dash and the Revival are getting penalized because he hit that guy." No, bullshit. That's
no
crock of shit.
Everyone, I mean, I think I have a feeling everyone knew that. I mean, at least I did. I thought that Hawkins was. I mean, I just had a feeling
we all
it was
thought they were
finally
going to
his
win.
turn.
Yeah, because your WrestleMania moment, he's lost 200 and some odd matches in a row.
269.
Was it?
It was 269 to be
That's
exact.
fantastic.
Yes, and he was, like I said, he was in.
And now they've got 2 wins in a row.
Yep, he was from Jersey, so.
Yeah, and so is Ryder. So that makes sense. Next, and Carmella's from Jersey. Niece is from Jersey, right? All Jersey people.
Yep.
Up until you get Braun Strowman, who won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. By the way, you were texting as this was happening. Colin Jost is wearing an Odell Brown's jersey,
which is great. In New York, fantastic.
Did you see the video of them guys under the ring?
Yeah. That was hilarious.
They're just under the ring talking, "Oh my God, what is happening?" It was really good. So the first match of the night, how did we do on DraftKings, by the way? Did you see what total points you got? I have no idea
I couldn't even find it again, so I said screw it.
All right, so Seth Rollins comes out, gets his ass beat up in the beginning, and then fights Brock Lesnar, and then eventually curb stomps him 3 times, wins the match, wins the title.
I thought it was a good match.
We all called that.
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was a good match. It wasn't bad.
And you know what? I'm going to go back because I just thought about this. I can pull up Google Sheets on my phone, and we can cover everything. Excuse me. Because I'll get to WrestleMania. WrestleMania, motherfucker! And that's what we had. So Lesnar and Rollins, we all had. So by the way, so the people out in listener land here, we had Brandon, Bear, Jake, myself, ex-wife, and wife.
Brandon's wife.
All gave picks. That's the only one with a wife. So it's just wife. All right, so I'll give the records real fast. Brandon ended up finishing.
Maybe someone's a first-time listener and they don't know. So I specified.
Thank you.
Motherfucker.
Brandon went 11-5.
Did he?
Yes. You went
6-9.
8-8.
Damn it.
There were 16 matches. How could you go 6-9?
I don't pick 3. Yeah.
Duh. Jake beat you at 9-7. I was 12-4. Had the best record that night.
Jake, he can't even pick shit that already happened. I'm not worried.
That's the best he did.
I know.
Ex-wife was 7-9. She picked Ronda. She took Orton, The Miz, people she likes. And then the wife was 8-8. So it just goes to show that the pod rules.
True.
Because the only
what was your record? 10-6?
12-4.
12-4.
Yep. My only losses were Ricochet and Aleister Black, Bayley and Sasha, Miz, which we were all wrong on that except for Jake.
Yeah.
Jake got all matches on the pre-show, right, by the way.
Yes.
He started out 4-0. We talked about that. Miz, Bayley, and Sasha, Ricochet, and Aleister Black. And I honestly would have taken Carmella, but I really had a hunch that Lacey Evans was going to be there.
Which is fine.
Which was a good hunch. So, it's fine. So 12-4. So overall record now, I'm sitting at 35-8. Bear, well, Brandon, you and Brandon are actually tied.
Really?
Yes. You are both 29-13. Pretty good.
Not bad.
Our man Jake is at 21-21. He's at 500.
All right.
So I'm ahead by 5.5 picks, so to speak, because I have that extra win. So for the Royal Rumble back in January. So anyway, going down the matches, I just wanted to give our picks real quick where everybody finished up. Seth Rollins, like we said, beat Brock. AJ Styles. We thought, first off, what was match of the night for you? I think AJ and Orton got forgotten about because they had a good match.
Shane and The Miz.
Shane and The Miz was, for me, I liked just the spot. The spot was huge.
Yeah, I would say Shane. I mean, the whole thing was good, the story and all that. But Shane and Miz, then the women, and then Styles and.
You didn't like Kofi and Daniel Bryan?
I'd be fourth.
I thought people said, "Oh, Kofi, that was a great match." I'm like, I felt like Bryan carried him, but that was just me.
Jason said the same thing.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, I felt Bryan carried him. I really did. And whatever. I like Kofi. I'm happy he got his.
I mean,
he got his title.
I wouldn't say he quite carried him. He did for a little bit, but I mean, I thought it was. I mean, like I said, it was a decent match.
Right. And we're into this. We haven't really commented on Michaels and Cena.
Michaels, yeah.
So we're getting close.
About halfway through.
About 13 minutes until the match. We're a little more than halfway. We've got like 35, 40 minutes into this match. Oh, gosh. So, AJ Styles beat Randy Orton.
Yep, that was a good match.
Yes, it was.
Enjoyed it.
I liked the tag match, too, the men's, but it ended, kind of shitty. The Usos beat Aleister Black, Ricochet, Rusev, and Shinsuke, and the Burr. Thank you.
All right, we're good.
How about one cough in China?
Well, there's been a lot more than one cough, so.
That's fantastic.
Oof.
Coughing in China. All right, so Shane and Miz. Let's talk about this. The big thing here was the high spot.
Yeah, when Miz's dad came in and had to get his hands adjusted by Shane. That high spot? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we'll go with that. You can mention that too, obviously.
Oh.
What'd you think about his dad in there? We're shocked. What did he say? He's 60 what? 65, 67? Something crazy.
Yeah, he was old.
We were like,
he didn't
wait,
look
what?
like it.
Yeah, we were shocked.
Yeah, that was funny. That was a good, funny spot in the match. We knew he was going to get involved. He didn't really do anything. Shane just kind of beat him up, and then Miz got pissed, and that's when it all went to the back and to the huge high spot that ended the match.
On the, what was it, on the tower? The camera tower?
Yeah, that was crazy.
And Miz
suplexed him off, but
all he had to do was fall, but flipping Shane, holding him in place,
Yep.
that was dangerous. I mean, it's Shane, though.
Yep, that was a hell of a spot. They both pulled it off
he's what,
great.
50 now? Which is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they both pulled it off great, and we're looking. You and I are sitting there looking. I'm like
his elbows
Shane's got his
yeah.
Shane's got his arm on him, and then they count it, and we're like, Shane won.
Yep, and that was good. Keep the story going, so it doesn't end. It's gonna keep going. So certainly enjoyed that match. That's for sure. That was a fun one.
The next one, Brandon and his wife got this right, but Iconics beat Bailey and Sasha, Nia and Tamina, and the Divas of Doom, Beth Phoenix and Natalya. What did you think of that one?
It was all right. I mean, it wasn't one of the greatest matches, but I didn't mind it. I thought it was good. Good for the Iconics.
Did he just kick out of the STF?
Yeah.
Or not the STF, the FU?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Kofi beat Daniel Bryan. I won't talk about this because I know one of the questions came from Jason. He had a good question on there, which I saw about this, so we'll cover that later. But
okay.
Kofi beat him with the Trouble in Paradise. Next, Samoa Joe squash match, but they said Mysterio was hurt.
Yeah, Ray was hurt.
So, was a squash match,
Yep.
1 minute. Roman, which we knew just dominated Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
And
it was boring.
we figured. Triple H and Batista.
That was a fun match. I forgot about that match. Actually, that might be better than
That was really good.
Kofi and Bryan.
And I loved pulling out the nose ring.
Yeah, with the pliers.
And I was telling you, I was like, look, he just handed him a ring, and he's pulling it out now.
It was a good spot, though. It was a hell of a spot. I liked it. That was a good match. The worst.
FU from the top. Is he going to get it? Nope, getting the bow in the face. Ooh, did he just sit his ass right on the post? Ooh. Oofa. He's just bowing him right in the face again. Oh, he's going to...
Powerbomb?
Yep.
Yeah, but in that match, I mean, there were so many huge spots. I mean, let's start off with the best part when Batista fell into the ring.
Walking out just...
Well, because did he just trip up the stairs, and the next thing you know, he just falls into the ring.
He falls into the ring,
what is going
into
on?
the ropes, yeah.
Someone was a little bit too nervous.
Yeah, and then he started laughing. He was laughing with the ref, which is good to see.
But when he got backflipped, was it him or Triple H onto the table, the announcer's table? I think it was him.
Yeah,
I think Triple H.
Him.
Yeah, Triple H backdropped him onto the table and it didn't break. Oh, that looked like it hurt.
That was crazy.
That looked like it hurt. And they had stairs. It was a no holds bar match. They had stairs and they had all that good stuff. And after a sledgehammer shot, Pedigree off the stairs did it in. But I thought it was a great match. I really liked it.
Yeah, I did too. And, Triple H ended up winning this because Flair came out, handed him sledgehammer. Yep. Batista thought he had one, clocked him, pinned him, kept his career. I was the only person to get this next one right. Baron Corbin beat Kurt Angle. And then what pissed me off, though, I was fine with this because I was like, good, nice of him to put over Corbin. The fact that he got beat up the next night.
Yeah, he put someone else over. It's like, really?
By Lars, anxiety attack. You didn't get it at first.
Yeah,
we told you about it, and I was like, come on, man, really? And then that guy shows up on SmackDown, too.
Did he?
And beat up the Hardys. I'm like, really? This guy? And then people were chanting at him. I'm like, this guy's going to have a panic attack on SmackDown because they're like, you can't wrestle. I'm like, he's going to have a panic attack. And I'm like, don't. And I was worried for the guy because I'm like, okay, Smarks or Marks know that this guy had panic attacks. And I was like, they're going to destroy this dude. They're going to make fun of him. He's done for. And did you see my meme I sent you? Remember that baby that Snitsky punted? Yeah, it's now this guy.
Yeah, I did see that. I did like that. That was funny as fuck.
Oh, my God. It was fantastic. But, yeah, I was okay with Corbin. We all knew the next one that Demon Finn Balor was going to beat Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley. Yeah. Here you go. Did you see this?
That's got to hurt the back.
He was standing on the steps, flipped him over onto the floor, the mat, but still hurts. And then, of course, the end of the night ended in controversy.
Yeah. It did, though. And that's what I don't know. Did Ronda do anything on Raw?
She wasn't there. She's not there.
Oh, she wasn't?
She broke her hand for one. And
that doesn't mean she can't talk.
Right, but she's not going to be there. She's going to have some time off.
Well, then that kind of kills what they could do for the story. So it won't be till SummerSlam, but...
Well, now she's going to have to fight on both shows, and she said that, Becky, which the big thing I think on both shows right now is going to be Lacey Evans. And I like how they've developed her character into what she is, just the Southern Belle, but she's a bad bitch. Just came out, and I got to give her credit, because that was her first time in action on, either of the big shows. She's been on NXT for a long time, but she just decked her right in the side of the, punched her perfect right in the neck and the chin, but perfect, seamless. And then the next night, hit her again, which was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't see SmackDown, so.
Yeah, it was, the biggest thing on SmackDown was that we had a tag team title change hands with the Hardys winning the tag titles.
Mm-hmm.
Because I messaged you guys, and I was like, man, Matt looks really good in the ring now that he's, healthy and in shape.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that club foot, but, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And
Scott Steiner.
Right. And but back to the night before, the match was great. The women did a great job. The big controversy was she flipped over Ronda and was supposed to get the win there quickly, but Ronda's shoulder was up. Was it planned? Was it not?
On one, yep. And they counted on one, and her shoulder was up, which I thought you could make into a story that,
and they are
for Ronda and Becky, that she never beat her.
Because somebody probably told Graves, like they said, McMahon probably said to Graves or somebody in his ear, say something, make it a story right now. Because I heard it was supposedly not supposed to be up.
You're right.
It was supposed to be down, but, who knows?
Right, I'm sure she's supposed to beat her clean, but that shit happens, and that's where you get stories from. So you got to build on that. You can't just let it go.
If people were bitching about that, shut up. That, I can't stand, personally, people that hate on Ronda because I'm like, okay, A, she looks good when she's doing shit. It looks legit. You saw the bump she took outside the ring.
Right.
With, when she was getting held by Charlotte and Becky kicked her and I'm like, jeez. But she's not scared to go all out. None of those women are.
No, and in that spot right there, it's Becky who's the one who needs to do that. Ronda she can't control her body there. She can't bring her hips down. She's locked in to Becky. So Becky's the one who has to do it. So if anyone says it's Ronda, it's not. But like I said, that's a way to keep a story going.
Right. Uh-oh.
F you? Nope. Super kick. Looked like the guy in the casino.
Oh, God, that video was hysterical.
The old man just rips his shirt off and gets his ass whipped and then just gets... I was sitting there and I was like, okay, this is over. They pulled him away and then just out of nowhere just super kicks him. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, just in the middle of a casino. He just rips his shirt off like Hogan. I'm like, okay, then.
Yeah. And I thought he was going to whoop his ass. I was like, oh, this old man's just going to take him.
I thought he was too. And I was like, oh, good. This old man's going to super kick this guy. Nope, that did not happen.
Not at all.
Whatsoever.
Not at all. So, yeah, the world's longest. Actually, I think that was the first 2-day WrestleMania, they said. So.
Yeah, it went past 12:30.
Yes, it did.
It was, 12:30 when I left?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So.
Oh, did I tell you what? Yeah, I told you what happened. My dumbass. So I know you got Chinese, and I was like, I'm going to make my own on my way over. So I made some Chinese. It was great. I come home. I was all messed up. I made that at like 5 o'clock. I come home, go to sleep, wake up, and I look in the kitchen. I'm like, the fuck? And I'm like, oh, my God, you dumbass. I left my stove on. The top of my – thank God it's electric. But I left it on from 5 p.m. until 7:30 in the morning the next day.
Yeah, not very smart.
No. I'm lucky to be alive right now.
Your electric bill won't be at the next month.
It won't be bad. It'll be all right. I'm not worried about it.
That's what you think. I actually turn a light on that you don't know about in every part of your house before I leave each time from this. And you just don't know.
Son of a bitch.
You're welcome.
Welcome?
You're welcome.
Perfect. So
Raw the next night.
The next night. Did you see any of it?
Yeah, I told you I was watching it.
Oh, yeah, you did tell me.
I watched it up until the title game started, and then I turned it back at halftime, which we'll get there, but that happened to be the perfect time to turn it back. So I saw the start with Seth coming out, and then, of course, I text you guys, oh, who's it going to be? It's going to be Roman, Dean, who is it? And it was Kofi, much to everyone's surprise. Well, the New Day.
Yep.
And then they had a little back and forth, had a good discussion, face on face.
Here you go.
This going to be the end?
Yeah, you got to watch this. This is going to be the end of the match, and I'm going to turn it up so you can see it. One of the best.
Nope. Oh.
This seamlessly falls on.
Yep. That is awesome.
Sweet finish to a match. I mean, that whole crowd was nuts the entire match. One of my favorite.
Beautiful finish.
One of my favorite matches because, they say Cena. I feel Cena and Hogan are the two people that get made fun of the most for can't wrestle. Now, Hogan couldn't do much, but back then he didn't have to. Cena does a shitload of stuff.
Yes.
So people can kiss my ass, kiss his ass. I like Cena. Anyway, but Seth, going to that, you said Seth
face on face
challenge. Yep. And then
Kofi challenged Seth.
Kofi came out and challenged Seth. Yep.
Yep, to unify the titles.
Right.
So they made a match for Raw that night. Okay, whatever. Next, I don't remember who came out
Revival.
After that. Hold on, wait. Before that, I think the best part is when the announcers were talking about the show and what was going to happen, when they were playing Seth's music and just they were there and you could hear Seth's music and all the announcers and Kofi and Seth are staring at each other and you just have Big E and Xavier's playing the tuba and Big E's just strumming the guitar in the back. I mean, that may be one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my. I could not stop laughing.
Because
I was laughing my ass off because they were just playing instruments to Seth's music, "Burn It Down," and oh my God, I was about in tears. I was laughing so hard. I don't know how Kofi and Seth weren't in the ring laughing.
That shit was funny. It was great.
That was good.
And then next you had the tag titles.
Okay. Yep.
Which Hawkins and God,
Ryder.
Woo, you know it.
Yep.
They got their
Revival again.
Baron Corbin came in. Kurt Angle came out, and then just dumb like Lars. I don't get it with Lars.
Yeah.
I'm like I just don't.
Yeah. Kurt Angle slams Corbin and gets him, and then what's his name? Lars Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes out. And
Snitsky's punted baby.
Yeah. Which looks just like it.
Right.
Beats up Kurt. So Kurt put over another guy, which I'm sure they told him to.
Right. And then the night, this kind of surprised me that Alexa fought.
Yeah, she did.
And she just dominated Bayley.
Yeah, she destroyed Bayley. Squash almost.
Yep.
So I mean, they're probably bringing her back then.
Yes, and then finally Lacey, when I saw Becky was came out, celebrated, that Lacey came out, and I'm like, oh, here it is, and she just clocked her. I like Lacey Evans a lot. Then you had Ricochet and Aleister Black beat Rude and Gable again. Yep. This has become a standard thing here. And then my favorite thing of the night, probably, besides them playing the air guitar, and everything else. You had Bobby Lashley out talking to Dean Ambrose.
Like, right? See, I missed this. So
you missed the whole thing?
No, yes. So I missed Dean's last match because that's what they had. That's when I went to watch the basketball game.
Yeah. Lashley just basically says, "Hey, after you leave, I'll take care of your wife for you," is what he said to Dean.
Jesus.
And then just whoops his ass. Like he's beating his ass. They go up to the top of the ramp, and then the announcer's table was up by the ramp. This time it wasn't down on the floor; it was up by the ramp. How they do that sometimes, you're very well aware.
Yes.
Lashley basically picked up Dean, threw him through the announce table, and then Renee's just there. Help her husband. So he said, "I'll take care of your wife after you're gone." And I'm like, "Ooh, damn."
Good. I like it.
Yes, and then Finn Balor beat Sami.
Well, and again, though, it sounds like if Ambrose is going to be making $6 million a year, he's going to be taking just good care of her.
Yeah, exactly. And then, do you think she would ever leave, though? To go be with her husband if he's there?
Shit, the money's right.
She might. All right, and then Intercontinental title. Finn Balor beat a returning Sami Zayn.
Okay, so that's what I caught the end of. I didn't know that he fought. I just saw him in the ring talking shit to the crowd.
Oh, Zayn?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's all I saw.
Yeah,
Great heel turn.
He was all good, and he did a heel turn right on the spot. He said, "I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart," I'm like, "Here it comes. I honestly did not miss any of this or any one of you."
Mm-hmm. I like that.
WWE's a super toxic environment because of the ugliness of the crowd and the satisfaction they get for being critics. He vowed to hold the crowd accountable every week because nobody else will. He closed with "See you in hell." Awesome delivery. Awesome. I mean, just awesome heel turn. And he is just fantastic. And then the big surprising thing that I missed.
This is when
until you told me, because I took a conference call and I come back. I'm like, the hell? You can go into this because you watched it.
So Elias was out. Obviously, the WrestleMania the night before.
What does WWE stand for?
Walk with Elias.
Love it.
So the night before, Elias was out, and then we all were surprised that old school Cena was out.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
No, we didn't. Doctor of Thugonomics threw down a great rap,
which was awesome,
amazing. So Elias came out with his guitar and decided, I'm not going to play guitar tonight. I'm going to throw a rap. Throws a rap to Cena. And I don't know exactly what the end was. I don't remember, but it was something about you. I'll fight you until I'm dead, or something.
Next guy to come out's a dead man.
Yeah, something like that. Of the next guy that wants to fight will be a dead man. Boom, bell, or the gong starts going off. I'm like, no way. Gong goes off again. Here it is, Taker's music. Whatever, just fucking with him, right? No, Taker comes out. Down the ramp, beats him up, tombstones him. I was shocked. Did not see that coming at all. Absolutely amazing.
People were saying his hair looks bad. He needs to cut that shit. I'm like, it's not his fucking hair. Like, he has short hair.
His hair that is rough though. Whatever those plugs or wig or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, well, his hat wasn't supposed to fall off, but when he flipped him up,
yeah, it was. But
that's what happened.
I mean, he still looked good though.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, not the face, but body
he's got the shape. Yeah. And then the winner take all match, Kofi and Seth Rollins. Kofi won via disqualification, but it was because they got attacked by the Burr. And this was the worst part of the night.
Yeah, I didn't. And that's after the Taker spot, I went back and watched basketball, so I didn't watch.
I thought something would happen
because I knew nothing was going to happen.
Yeah, I thought like Undisputed Era, somebody would come out. Nothing happened. There's no reason for it. There was none to have the Burr out there to interfere in the match. Like, what do they want him for? No reason whatsoever. So a lot of the crowd started chanting AEW and CM Punk. And the AEW stuff, like they were doing AEW. So you got to give it to Kofi because he could hear this and he's doing this. So New Day rocks. And that was nice, but it was just terrible.
Yeah, it was not great. What you said from... God damn it, pal.
We got one in.
Thank you. That hurt too.
I bet.
But yeah, I wasn't, after you told me what happened, I think I told you, well, that was lame. So yeah, I wasn't too thrilled about that. And then I did not watch SmackDown, so whatever you got, you can go ahead. You told me that the Hardys won the tag team champs. That's about all or tag team belts.
Yep, and New Day fought the Bar and Drew McIntyre. was all of them, which was great. So I'm wondering if Drew's going to fight Kofi, and they're just going to put the title on Drew that way. We'll see. Lacey Evans got back at Becky, clocked her good. Just she's stumbling back and forth all the way through. I missed a lot of stuff. I was with my son. We were watching other things, and but I know that Ali, Ricochet, and Aleister Black beat Andrade, Rusev, and Shinsuke. Braun fought with Samoa Joe. Mm-hmm. I like it. R-Truth and Carmella were out doing a promo when this happened. They were interrupted by Joe, and then he put Truth in the Coquina clutch, and then Joe took the mic and put everyone on notice following his decimation of Rey Mysterio, and Strowman was more than happy to take out the U.S. champ. Now, next week is the Superstar Shakeup, so we're going to see who goes
What's
where.
That?
That's where people go to Raw or go to Smack, like the draft.
So the draft. Okay.
Yeah, so people are going to go back and forth. The Iconics beat the Brooklyn Bells, which is a local shit team.
Okay.
And then Shane humiliated the announcer just holding him by his tie, dragging him around, doing all that shit, whatever. Lars Sullivan came out just stupid. After the Hardy Boys won.
And you said he beat up both of them?
Yeah, he just fought with them, and that was that. And he does a cool flying headbutt for a big guy. Does a flying headbutt, reminds you of some guy we don't have to name here.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, Benoit. And then Sami Zayn, before the main event, came out, and he just said, "You guys aren't even worth it," and just turned around and walked away. So, Sami Zayn, I'm interested to see what they do with that, but, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Big heel push.
Yeah. All right, what do you got the Jason debate?
I do not actually. Do you? I can pull it up.
Yeah, you got it on email?
Let me pull it up.
Because I was on the road all day, so I couldn't move it. I can get it on email.
Yeah, I forgot to print it out before I left work today.
Oh, you're good.
Hold, please.
Hold, please. While you look for that, you want me to get the perfect discussion real quick?
I got it right here.
You got it? All right, let's do it.
All right. Question number 1. Best WrestleMania ring entrance.
From this past one?
Yes.
I have to think about it. I like Triple H's. I mean, I always do. The car was sweet. But Demon Finn Balor for me, probably. Just because Demon Finn Balor's badass.
Well, mine is the one that made me mark out most. So it'd be Cena coming back.
Oh, yeah.
As a doctor.
Yeah, I totally forgot about
Sorry,
that. Of course.
Can't repick now. Number 2, best WrestleMania match to watch.
To watch?
Yes.
I mean, for nostalgia purposes, Batista and Triple H. I mean, the women's match I liked.
Yep. I agree. I think I agree actually with both of your statements there. I watch it. Damn it!
I think Nice and Buddy Murphy should have been on main show. AJ Styles and Orton I just like because I like both
Buddy
of those
Murphy
guys.
is what opened up the last 6 cards, it feels like.
No shit.
But yeah, I agree with you there. Triple H and Batista I enjoyed watching most, but the women also, I mean, they were fantastic.
Yes.
Best Alexa outfit during WrestleMania.
Any in a short dress or skirt or just not.
Yeah, it was probably your 3rd or 4th one I liked.
The purple one?
I think it was that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the silver one she came out with.
Dude.
It was shown. It was. It wasn't shown enough.
How about Lacey Evans on Monday night?
Yeah, she was shown a lot.
Yeah.
That camera, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it didn't show it again on the replay.
Say, when you showed the replay, they
it
cut the bottom out. But no, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw those little panties.
Yeah.
You can't fool me, WWE.
I like you, Lacey.
Too good for that.
Still love the character build with her.
Number 4, most entertaining moment of WrestleMania.
Most entertaining moment. From the weekend or just WrestleMania?
He says WrestleMania.
Cena.
Yep. Cena for entertainment purposes.
I think pulling the nose ring out was funny as shit.
Cena for entertainment purposes, and then the Miz Shane suplex was the best.
Oh, the high spot.
Yeah, the best spot. What name came first? Hulkamania or WrestleMania?
Hulkamania or WrestleMania? It's like what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was WrestleMania.
I think so.
Wasn't it?
How
But
about
did he wear Hulkamania that
Mania?
McMania was first for sure.
Yeah, we're going with that.
From us.
So I'm going to look that up. Why? Because I'm interested to find out.
All right.
When did Hulkamania start? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably Hulkamania because I think that it had to have been. It was Hulkamania because he was in the first WrestleMania. It's Hulkamania.
Yeah. And I thought he had
has to be,
but I don't know if he had. But I don't remember what his headband.
Well, never mind. I was wrong.
Yeah,
you're right. January 23rd, 1984
was
Hulkamania.
Yeah, that's before that. WrestleMania was 85, I think.
Was it the first?
Yeah, WrestleMania was definitely 85, so it is Hulkamania then.
They're on 35 now, so it was 84.
No, it was 85. Trust me.
Are you sure?
It's weird. I've always been confused by it.
85, 86, 87,
I'm telling you, it was 85.
Right. I can't believe it was 85. That's what's crazy.
Yep. All right, number 6.
So it was Yeah, you're right.
Hulkamania.
So did he have that damn shirt in the first one? Weren't you watching the shit?
I did, but I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure he did. I think it was the headband. I'm
pretty
sure
because he was with Mr. T, right?
Yes. Just look it up.
Oh, he had the red Hulkamania shirt.
Okay, so
Hulkamania was first.
So
I was right first. I don't know why I thought Hulkamania was first, and then when I read the date, I'm like, oh, I'm wrong, and you're like, no, it's 85. I'm like, huh? And that's why I got confused.
Yeah. Number 6.
Yep.
Should Dash Wilder's nickname be Dash and Gash?
Yes.
Obviously referring to the Hall of Fame incident.
Absolutely.
I like it. I think it's pretty good.
How about uppercut Dash? Dash uppercut Wilder?
I like Dash and Gash.
Dash and Gash is good. I like
Dash
that one.
and Gash. Or Mr. Uppercut. Just make it easy.
Or if they did the gimmick, the box of gimmicks, which we got to speak about that, by the way. What the hell was that thing that came out of a box? Did you see that?
No.
Oh, my God. I got to show you. It had to have been Bray Wyatt. But he could be uppercut. Something stupid.
Yep.
Stupid gimmicks.
Stupid gimmicks. Do you guys think that Brock may have went off script during his assault on Becky's boyfriend?
No.
I don't think so either. I thought it was on. Jason texted me that when his phone was broken. I couldn't text him back, or he didn't get it, and said that it was. He said that he thought Brock was going off script, and I didn't really see it. But
by beating his ass, no, I
yeah.
don't think so.
I don't think
that's
so
part
either.
of it. That's what Brock does.
Yeah, I don't think he went off script at all. Do you guys enjoy the announcement of Charlotte's new boyfriend, Andrade?
Well, we already knew it.
Jason, you can kiss my ass. That's all I have to say about that.
We already knew that.
Well,
but
he's trying to stir shit up, and I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
I'm salty. Very salty.
Any more?
No. Screw her. I'm going to Tori. Yeah, you heard me.
Was that the last question?
No. There's one more. I'm just still salty about it.
I'm sorry.
This is the last question.
I'll share Alexa with you.
No, I told you I just want Tori. I mean, if you want, that's okay. I'm not going to say no, but I'm just saying.
I was going to say, you're going to say no? And I just want Lacey because I feel like I'd just get my ass beat.
I think her shoulders are too broad for me.
Well, she was in the military. I don't give a shit. After I saw what we saw on Monday, I'll take it. But still, give me Alexa.
It seems weird that WWE already had a championship belt and new championships made for Kofi. It almost makes me feel like wrestling could be fake. Your thoughts?
Still real to me, damn it.
I don't know what you're talking about. That wrestling is real. All of that is real. Maybe they had, it's like when they.
I don't think they meant for anybody to see the belt though, because we all noticed that.
It's like when they have the, it's like when they have the T-shirts for the Super Bowl teams. You make both shirts, and the other shirts go to the poor kids of the losing team. That's how that works. So,
did you see it?
Are you calling the NFL fake, Jason?
No, I think that did, and good, valid point. Did you see that on Monday Night Raw?
Yeah,
where the B team was doing Daniel Bryan's, the Planet Champion.
Yeah, see, so they played right off of that. So you know what? Yeah, Jason, we'll hear your answer to that one next week. Do you think the NFL's fake because they give out shirts too? Same thing.
Damn right.
Nerd. Brandon isn't here.
Goddamn nerd.
Got to call someone a nerd.
Nerd. All right. Anything else for him?
No, that was it. Those were his 9 questions.
All right. So for the perfect discussion, I have a 2-parter this week. First, what everybody think me and you, of the return of the Doctor of Thugonomics at WrestleMania?
Greatest thing ever. He was my absolute favorite. I was a John Cena fan from day one, and then when he turned into the Doctor, I was a member of the Chain Gang. There's no doubt about that. I loved it. And seeing that come back, absolutely marked out. That was awesome.
And that was always one of his favorite characters, so he loved it. I think it was a one-night-only thing, but it was still pretty cool. Now for a curveball, should you choose to accept, I have a, in capital letters, perfect challenge for the group that involves each of you to come up with a line or two, and I'm making the guys do this next week, of a rap directed towards each of the other members of the podcast. And maybe we're going to save this for next week because that gives us time. Maybe we won't, because I don't think they're going to listen to it. You and I need to get together and come up with a rap. Just go back and forth and just beat the shit out of these guys. So we're going to save that, Jeremy, for the other members of the podcast. Or you can single one out if you would like. You know what? We can cut one on Brandon.
That would be good. Well, we'll do both. We'll come up with some stuff.
So,
we'll do both.
For example, if I were to do one directed at the podcast, it would go a little something like this. Over the Line Sports Podcast is no longer the best. Your badly crossed out bracket looked like an old high school test. Maybe stick to football, golf, and NASCAR because Bad News Brown just gave you all a ghetto blaster. Love it.
That is fantastic. That is good.
He wins the day. That's going to be hard to beat.
That's going to be tough to beat.
Dude, Jeremy, love it.
Challenge accepted. Now I'm gonna make Brandon cry.
Oh, dude, we got to come up with something. And you know, we should just get the background noise of Thugonomics. And I'm not even going to tell him. I'm just going to leave this. Just, Jeremy, you're going to have to remind me to do this. So, awesome. Very awesome, dude.
That's
love it.
Good.
That was a good rap. All right. On this day, so...
I'm going to have to get brass knucks for this.
Right. I want to talk about some things that happened on this day. You good with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, 2008 on this day.
11 years ago.
So, being on this day, since this is Sunday, even though it's recording Wednesday, Sunday, the 14th. So, on this day, Monday Night Raw took place from London, England.
Okay.
All right. Almost a year after what we just watched. The card. Carlito and Santino Marella beat Brian Kendrick and Paul London.
Ugh.
Mickey James beat Beth Phoenix for the title.
Interesting.
JTG beat Trevor Murdoch. Orton beat Regal. Chris Jericho beat Umanga. Paul Burchill beat Jim Duggan.
I don't even know who the fuck Paul Burchill is.
And Triple H beat JBL.
Dun, 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 dun.
On the same day, same year, Impact Wrestling, Jay Lethal, who has been around forever, beat Johnny Devine.
Wasn't he the guy that got into the wooing fest with Flair?
Yes. Who also was Macho Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's Ring of Honor champion right now, by the way.
Really?
Did you not know that?
I did not know that.
Or he was. No, I think
he's not. Yeah, I was about to say someone else.
He just lost.
Yeah, someone else just got Ring of Honor champion.
Matt Taven just got it. But Lethal had it for a long time. And then Petey Williams beat Jay Lethal for the X Division championship. And then Kaz and Super Eric beat AJ Styles and Tomko, who were the champs, the tag champs, and Hernandez and Homicide.
Hold on, that brings me back because now I thought about it. I think I told you when we were watching.
Yes.
When Conrad tweeted about Batista coming out, he goes, "Oh, this is where Tomko's gotten to."
Fantastic.
Hilarious. And he did look like him, too. That's what was funny.
So AJ Styles and Tomko were the champs, and they lost it. So 2 title changes right there. Christian Cage, yes, that Christian, and Rhino beat Brother Devon and Brother Ray. Awesome Kong beat Roxy. Remember Awesome Kong?
She was a big bitch.
When she came into the Royal Rumble the one year and then she got pregnant. And then BG James.
Wait, did she get pregnant at the Royal Rumble?
After.
In the ring?
Yes. Ooh. BG James, Road Dogg, and Booker T, and Sting, this is the main event, beat James Storm, Kip James, or Billy Gunn, and Robert Roode, which is Bobby Roode. So this is 11 years ago. So just know, 11 years ago, Bobby Roode was big still in TNA.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for Vincent Kennedy McMahon to buy TNA because they do have some good matches and some good footage, and that's all I want.
He does have some of their library, and he uses it, I should say.
Yeah, well, he can use it, and Pittsburgh just scored and tied it up.
Yes,
they can. He can use it, but he has to give him credit. But it's not his. Like I
Schultz
want it on the
score?
network. Yes,
nice.
I want it on the network because I want to watch. There's a lot like the 6 ring.
I gotta get my Brandon in.
It's a good thing he is here. He wouldn't even get off the TV.
Or what does he say? Sit down, you little bitch. It was a good goal too. Letang over to Schultz, one timer.
Right
Love
through
it.
the legs. Close your legs, 24. What are you doing?
Boom. Ooh, it went around him.
Oh, it went around. Yeah, okay. I thought it went through.
It looked like it went through too.
The knuckle puck.
It's knuckle puck time. Anyway, next one, Raw 2003. I'm going to give you some people here. There were 5 matches on this Raw. Remember, this is back when Raw was 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how much wrestling there was. 10, 22, 23, 29 minutes of 2 hours was wrestling.
Jesus.
This is the card. Jericho beat Test.
Testicles.
Jazz and Victoria beat Ivory and Trish.
Mm-hmm.
The tag team champions, Kane and Rob Van Dam, beat Chief Morley and Lance Storm.
Okay.
Goldust beat Christian in 48 seconds via DQ. And Booker T and the Hurricane beat Ric Flair and Triple H.
Stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Triple H.
I like the hurricane.
All right, let's go to on this day again. This is April 14th, of course, 1997. Monday Nitro. Chris Benoit beat the Barbarian.
Nice.
Dean Malenko beat Hector Guerrero.
Nice.
Rey Mysterio Jr. beat Juventud Guerrera.
I think that was the only person he ever wrestled.
Well, he fought Ultimo Dragon, too, who was the next match. Beat Lane Carlson. Six.
A.K.A. X-Pac.
Beat Prince Iaukea. Johnny Grunge and Rocco Rock beat Kenny Chaos and Robbie Rage in a street fight. The Giant defeated Big Al.
Jesus.
DDP beat Conan. Jeff Jarrett and Steve McMichael beat Booker T and Stevie Ray. And Lex Luger beat Kevin Nash. I hate Lex Luger.
So
hate
boring.
him. And then lastly, 1995, EC-Dub.
EC-Dub.
The Tasmaniac
Taz.
beat Stevie Richards. Dean Malenko beat Mikey Whipwreck. Johnny Grunge and Rocco Rock beat Pitbull 1 and Pitbull 2. Ian Rotten beat Axel Rotten in a strap match.
Ooh.
Tommy Dreamer beat Raven. And then Cactus Jack and Shane Douglas. Oh shit.
Off the post. How do you miss that?
Wow.
That would have been it.
They're going to get beat, dude.
Whoa.
They can't skate with them.
Whoa.
So Cactus Jack and Shane Douglas beat Ron Simmons and the Sandman.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Wow.
They got lucky. The Penguins, that is.
Yes.
Jeez. Right off the post. All right. So we got some birthdays on this April 14th, this wonderful Sunday being recorded on a Wednesday. Happy 44th birthday to Lita.
Yummy.
Yummy. Happy 50. And by the way, all 3 of these people are WWE Hall of Famers. Happy 52nd birthday to JEFF.
Jeff Jarrett.
JARRETT. And lastly, happy 78th birthday to Pete Rose, WWE Hall of Famer.
Pete Rose.
Charlie Hustle.
Yeah, maybe he'll get into the Hall of Fame. The Baseball Hall of Fame, that is.
As he should at 78 years old. Let's hope, man. So, thank you all for listening to this. We don't know what we're going to call it. Something in China or around China or at China or...
Word life. We're inside China.
We're in China.
Word life, we'd rather be in China.
We'll cover that because we do not, or Crandall's does not serve Shanghai, China.
Oh, yeah.
So
Poor Crandall.
it could be Word Life, not serving China. Something like that. You know, spelled like China.
Yes.
We had a Thugonomics episode, but that was for Tiger Woods, the Doctor of Thugonomics, original King of Kings.
Yep.
Yeah, back when we did both. Oh gosh. So thanks for listening. We had a fun time without the guys here. These will probably be the two highest rated episodes in the last 2 months.
Easily.
Yep, I agree. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you to all the sponsors. Crandall Quality Lawn Care, All Wear Clothing, Tim and Stephanie at Verizon, Cassandra at PNC, and Ben Meyer at Yark Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Facebook, Over the Line Sports Podcast. Twitter, at OTL Sports Pod. Night.